Today is the 23rd of August and that means I am just 4 weeks out from having to look the most shredded best I have ever looked. If you've been following my videos for the last 10 weeks, then you'll know that I've been dieting down, shredding down in preparation for a photo shoot which I'm using as a test run for competing in a men's physique bodybuilding show next year. And so far everything has been going really smoothly as I've taken you along with me. I've shown you exactly the kind of foods I've been eating. I've been giving you some amazing, high volume, satisfying, low calorie, high protein recipe ideas which have just been amazing and making dieting crazy easy, to be honest. And that is not stopping today. Because today I've got 3 absolute bangers to be sharing with you, from Mexican influence to Italian influence, even to Scottish influence. Along with those awesome recipes, I'm also going to be sharing with you how the last 2 weeks of prep have gone since the previous update, and I'm going to give you some exciting news, a bit of a change of plans in this whole prep situation. I'll also probably take you for a training session along the way. So it's going to be a good video. Make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. If you're interested in online coaching, hit that top link in the description. You can get directly in contact with me and we can have a chat about some coaching. Once you've done those 3 things, let's get to recipe 1. Recipe number 1 is first today for a reason, and that is because I cannot wait until later on in the video to make it, because this is sick. We are going to be making a big pizza, like actually big, with a base that actually tastes like pizza base, like actual pizza base. And the whole thing is going to have less than 300 calories with over 30 grams of protein. That's awesome. So yes, recipe number 1 for today is going to be cloud bread pizza. I've got to give credit where credit's due. I got this recipe, or the inspiration from it, from Rahul Kamat, and I had to try it. And now I've got to share it with you guys. So if you haven't already seen him, go and check out his channel. There are some really good recipes. And if you like my channel, you're going to like his. So check that out. Now let's make some cloud bread pizza. Alright, so this recipe is going to be pretty damn simple. You're just going to need 6 eggs, a teaspoon of cream of tartar, 18 grams of corn flour, 30 grams of a reduced fat or fat-free cheese, 30 grams of Italian puree, or you can just use some pizza sauce, some finely sliced meat. I'm going to be using 25 grams, and if you've got those ingredients, then you're going to be able to make a nice cloud bread pizza. Oh yeah, you're also going to need one of these. If you've got that, we can go. Right, so this recipe definitely has more steps to it than my typical recipes, but it is still really simple. So first off, just get your oven preheating to 180 degrees C or 350 Fahrenheit. And in the meantime, separate the egg whites from your whole eggs, because we're only going to be using the whites today. Then you're going to add your teaspoon of cream of tartar to the egg whites, and then beat them for a minute until the eggs are looking bubbly. Then we're going to whisk in 9 grams of corn flour and beat for another minute until it's getting closer to stiff peaks. And then you're going to add your last 9 grams of corn flour and beat again for a couple of minutes until you've got some stiff peaks on your whipped egg whites. Now you just want to add in your seasonings, so I'm going to be using salt, garlic and herbs. Then beat for another 10 seconds just to mix everything in. Now you're going to line a big old baking tray with parchment paper and give it a spray. Gently spread out the egg white mixture. A tender touch is required here, so leave your ego at the door, lads. Get your pizza base nicely shaped, all pretty looking, and then whack it in the oven for 30 minutes until it's golden brown top and bottom. Then remove it from the tray, cover with your pizza sauce, spreading it nice and evenly, again make it look pretty. Cover it with your cheese, then your sliced meat, and then you just need to put it back into the oven for a few more minutes till the cheese is melted and you will have your big ass pizza. Never heard of cloud bread before? Me neither, until I found this recipe, but holy crap guys, look at that. Can you believe that this base is made out of egg whites? That is insane. It looks amazing. The aroma, it's aromatic. It is aromatic. It's big as well. Like for 290 calories, we are talking a whole plate of pizza. That is unheard of. A slice of Domino's is like 300 calories. This whole thing is 300 calories. So it looks damn good, but we need to cut it and make sure it tastes good as well. So ignoring the fact that I absolutely butchered cutting that slice up, taste test. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is absolutely unbelievable, guys. It is so customizable. I'm definitely going to be doing this with a barbecue base at some point because, as you know, that is my jam when it comes to pizza. But just look at the texture of that. Jesus Christ. That is a thing of beauty. So for this whole pizza, you are literally looking at 290 calories. And that is 34 grams of protein with just 25 grams of carbs and only 5 grams of fat. For anything that even slightly represents a pizza, that is good, let alone something that is this good. This is probably one of the closest not a pizzas to a pizza that I've ever made. So I'm happy. Seriously, do not sleep on this one, guys. Give it a go. It's worth the try. That is one exciting thing out the way. Now let's talk about my prep update and my other bit of excitement. So, being 4 weeks out means that things are starting to get exciting. Visual changes are coming faster and faster, and people around me are definitely starting to notice the extra definition around my physique. In the gym this morning, I got told that whilst I was training, I looked like a jacked up anime character. So that was pretty cool. I've never been told that before. Over the last 2 weeks, I've dropped another 2 pounds, which isn't anything crazy, but it's definitely a very respectable way of weight loss, and I'm completely happy with that. I wouldn't want to be losing any faster at this point. I'll throw up a picture here of the start of prep versus today. So that is 10 weeks of dieting now that I'm 4 weeks out. And as you can see, things are really starting to shape up. The abs are popping, the obliques are popping, the delts are popping. I'm really happy with the shape that I'm currently looking like. Not gonna lie though, now that I'm getting leaner and leaner, I am starting to feel the effects of the long-term calorie deficits. My energy is getting low, my blood sugar levels are definitely getting low. When I stand up, I get a little bit dizzy every now and then, like if I haven't eaten for a long time. But surprisingly, I really haven't struggled with hunger or cravings in the slightest. I think the whole thing with hunger is just the way that I eat because I go for such high volume foods. But I think the craving is a completely different thing. I think that's because of the motivation that I have. Whenever I've dieted in the past without a set goal, despite eating high volume, I still struggled with cravings for, you know, that Chinese takeaway or that Domino's pizza. But I think because I'm so set on this goal of competing, I've not had cravings at all, and that's been amazing. So leading up to my photo shoot, the plans aren't going to change too much. I'm just going to continue dieting down for the next 3 weeks, and then in that final week, I'm going to be doing a peak week. Now, originally I wasn't going to be doing a peak week because I didn't think it was necessary for a photo shoot. I was just going to slowly eat into it a little bit. But because of an exciting decision I've made, I am now going to be running a peak week for my photo shoot as a bit of a test run for something 5 weeks after the photo shoot. Basically, guys, I decided, fuck it, I'm going to compete. Today is my 1 month anniversary of my Ninja blender, and I am excited about that. So in celebration, we are going to be making another brand new protein ice cream recipe. I've been getting really creative with these lately. We've had glazed donut, we've had red velvet cake, we've had tiramisu, and today we are continuing that trend with a Millionaires shortbread protein ice cream. Yes, mate. So tighten your kilt, get your blenders, and get ready to cream with me. Alright, we've got our ingredients, we are ready to go, and it is pretty much as simple as whacking it all in and pressing blend. So let's do it together. But first we want to make sure all the ingredients are ready to whack straight in before we actually make the ice cream, because we don't want the cold stuff to turn into warm stuff. So first we're going to get 14 grams of the Millionaires slice, and then you want to cut that up into little smaller chunks. The more chunks you make, the more bites of the ice cream will have the chunks in, so make the chunks really nice and small. Along with that, you just want to weigh out 6 grams of cocoa powder to get that ready. Also make sure you've got some 0-calorie caramel syrup on deck. And now we're just going to start adding our ingredients, starting off with 100 grams of water. Then we're going to be adding 40 grams of a vanilla whey protein powder. I'm using Impact Whey for my protein because it's my because personally it's my favourite, but you can use whichever one you like. Then we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, just a little bit. 3 grams of xanthan gum. We're going to add some 0-calorie sweetener, or a lot of 0-calorie sweetener. And 400 grams of ice. And that is going to be the base of our ice cream, so we're just going to whack that on the blender. Pop the lid on and blend that on high for 1 minute. After a minute, we're just going to give the sides a nice scrape down. And at this point, I'm going to add a little bit of my caramel syrup onto the top of the ice cream. I'm going to blend for 1 more minute. And just like that, the ice cream is done. It is looking super thick. And we've got 8 cups worth. 8 cups. Now we just need to sort out the mix-ins. Scrape off the ice cream into a big bowl. I wasn't joking when I said this is thick. Jesus Christ. There's the money shot. Damn. Now we've got this huge bowl of our base ice cream. We're just going to add some sweetener over the top. Then you're going to sprinkle over about 3/4 of the Millionaires shortbread pieces that we got earlier. Now we're going to add some more of the caramel syrup and gently fold that in with your spatula. See those lines of caramel going through? That is what we want. Then we're going to top that off with 6 grams of cocoa powder, which we're going to sieve out. Some more caramel syrup and the remainders of our shortbread pieces from earlier. Look at that. And this is what a 2-litre bowl of Millionaires shortbread ice cream looks like. Freaking good. This whole entire ridiculously big bowl full that looks insane is only 272 calories. It's got 33 grams of protein, 14 grams of carbs and only 9 grams of fat. And it only took me 5 minutes to throw together. It's a no-brainer. Obviously it looks amazing, but I better check that it tastes alright. So we'll get some caramel syrup, we'll get a chunk of that. Oh, look at that. Wow. Let's do it. Oh my god. That is actually too good. That is the best protein ice cream I've ever made. That, just straight up, it is the best protein ice cream I've ever made. In terms of volume, insane. Thickness, insane. And taste, absolutely unbelievable. You have to try this one, guys. Don't skimp out on the caramel syrup, don't skimp out on the cocoa powder. Definitely don't miss out the Millionaire shortbread chunks. This is fire. So good. You really can't complain when you're eating stuff like this and you're getting shredded for a show. Like, you can't complain. I know you guys have been enjoying the training footage in my videos lately, so on the screen I've got some clips from my recent back and bicep session. I've really been enjoying this one. The access to new machines at the new gym has really made my training interesting again while I'm in a deficit, so it's helped the motivation for training a lot. As always, the sets and reps will be up on the screen, so if you are wanting to follow along or try something similar, you can go for it. But while that's playing, I want to talk about the decision I've made to compete after my photo shoot. Originally, the point of the photo shoot was a bit of a test run to see if I actually do ever want to compete, and if I do want to, am I ready to do so next year? And until this week, that was still the plan. But as I've gotten leaner and leaner and have been, to be honest, loving the process, I started to think about the option of actually just competing now whilst I'm getting lean already. because I really can't think of any downsides. Whereas I can think of loads of positives, and my friends have been telling me loads of positives. I can gain experience. I'm already going to be getting shredded, so why not compete whilst I'm already in that condition? The worst thing that can happen is that I come last. And you know, who knows what might happen next year? I could be seriously unwell, I could have financial issues, I could be too busy. The list goes on and on. So whilst I'm healthy, I'm in shape, I'm motivated, why not just try it out? There's nothing to lose. Like I said, the worst that can happen is that I come last, and to be honest, I don't even care about that. This has always been for me, and I know that I'm at least going to do myself proud just by having the balls to step on stage. So guys, tell me what your thoughts are about my change of plans. Let me know in the comment section. Am I crazy? Am I not? Let me know. Alright, finishing off the video is a recipe that I'm really excited for, but to be honest, I do think I've said that for every recipe in the video today, but that's because they're all good. I've got to thank my client Chrissy for the idea for this one, so I hope I do you proud. The final recipe for today is going to be a high volume, very low calorie, simple and satisfying take on a crispy tortilla Mexican bowl. My god, is it good. So, let's make it. Okay, so for this one I'm going to be pulling out a lot of my volume eating tricks, but first you just need to get your oven preheating to 180 degrees C and your ingredients all ready to go. So cook up 125 grams of extra lean steak, or you could use any other meat that you prefer, and then cut that up into strips. Get 200 grams of frozen green beans cooking up in the microwave, whilst you chop up 200 grams of mushrooms into small chunks and get 250 grams of cauliflower rice ready to go. Now get yourself an oven safe bowl and then lay your tortilla over the bottom of that bowl and then wrap that with tin foil. Flip the bowl over and get the tortilla shaped something like this so that you have a nice little rustic looking bowl. Bake that for 5 minutes to get the initial shape formed and then remove the bowl. Bake that for another 5 minutes. Then remove the tortilla, flip it around to get the bottom of the base up, and then bake that for a final 8 to 10 minutes or just until it's crispy, brown and solid. In the meantime, you can fry up your cauliflower, mushrooms and green beans, and then when you're ready, add those to the tortilla bowl that we've created, top with your steak and then your favourite low or no calorie condiments, and simple as that, the dish is finished. So simple but so damn effective. I really do find this so cool. It's just such a cool recipe. It's a really good way of spicing up meals if you're getting bored of the same old, and it doesn't really add many calories. It's awesome. Look at that. The wrap just holds together. That's so cool. I of course used a low calorie tortilla and skinny sauce to keep the calories nice and low, but you really can you really can customize this a million different ways to make it as high or low calorie as you want. As always, it's low calorie, super high volume. This definitely isn't all of it, by the way. I've still got like half a wok full of this interior mixture going on, and it is just, the smell is just insane. So for all of this and all of the leftover mixture, you are looking at 411 calories. That's it. With that is 39 grams of protein, 36 grams of carbs, and only 8 grams of fat. That is not bad in the slightest. In fact, it's very, very good for something as good as this. And there we go, guys. 3 insanely low calorie, high volume recipes that you can take with you into your next cutting phase to make getting shredded as easy and simple as possible. These are the exact kind of meals that I've been using to get myself into competition shape in the last 10 weeks, and I have no doubt that you can't do the exact same thing. Out of today's 3 recipes, I'd probably have to say the one I enjoyed the most was the Millionaires Shortbread protein ice cream, because it literally just tasted so much like a cheaty, real, sickly sweet deliciousness. But I think the most cool, revolutionary, awesome one is definitely the cloud bread pizza. That shit is fire. So make sure you try out all 3 of these recipes and let me know which one impressed you the most, which one was your favourite in the comment section below. Remember to click the top link in my description if you're interested in online coaching. We can work together, we can get you massive and shredded this year as well. Maybe you want to step on stage, maybe you just want to feel a bit more confident. Get in touch and we can work together. Subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. So join the team, don't miss out, be there, it's a good time. Thank you as always for watching these videos. I really appreciate it. The numbers are climbing every single day and it's just awesome to see. It really, really is. So thank you. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Until the next one, see you later, guys.